Hello, and welcome to another episode of Simply Free Little Talk on Galveston Featured. Today, I have an amazing artist. Her name is Phylicia French, and artist Phylicia French is here to discuss with us, share with us, inspire us, and definitely encourage us with her book sis, you are the universe. And I can't wait for you to hear what she has to say, what inspired her, and what I pray will inspire you as well. Thank you again. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. Hello, Miss French. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am so great. I'm just excited because your book is such a positive thing, and I love good vibes. I love positivity. I love self-help. You compiled all this into one book.
Yes, I did.
Wow. And kind of share with us what inspired you to compose this book. What and then what was the driving force that sparked that inside of you to say, okay, I'm inspired. I got to put pen to paper. What was that like?
Okay. So I thought about being an author in 2019. I thought about, writing an inspirational book because I was doing coaching. I have my master's in clinical mental health counseling. I was an academic advisor. So naturally, I was a motivator with my students and everything. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to write a book, but nothing came out of it in 2019. 2020, we know the pandemic hit us
Yes,
hard. A
yes,
lot of things happened for a lot of us. Okay.
for a
um,
lot.
a lot.
Right.
For me, I was living in Doha, Qatar. I lived in the Middle East. And so I was by myself during the pandemic. I was surviving. That's it. But I got sick, got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and really mentally was in a not so good place.
Wow.
So I went to therapy. Therapy is great. I love therapy. But my therapist told me every day, look in the mirror and say 5 things that you like about yourself. 5 things. And it could be the same 5 things. And at first it was so hard for me to do. But
Oh,
as I kept going every day, it would get easier and easier. And that 5 would turn into 10. And I'd be like, okay, I like me. I like me. And then until one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, you are everything. And I was like, scratch that. You are the universe. You are time, galaxies,
wow.
energy, space. You are
All of that.
everything. And that feeling that I felt, how I built myself up to that place, I wanted that to be something that inspired women. And I was like, that's my next book, or that's my first book. That's going to be my book.
That's the book. And that's the book to inspire. So you're on a journey now of inspiring other females because you yourself was in a space. Space. Share with us about space. Share with us what
So
is that when we are in a space.
yes. So sometimes we're in different spaces. Like right now, I'm in such a beautiful space, such a light space. I know my worth and everything. But the space I was in, I
Uh,
had no clue who I was. I had no clue. I did not understand my value and my worth.
wow. Wow.
I like to say for me, my definition of success in life is when my work aligns with my worth. Like, so when
Mm,
I look at the work that I'm doing, and I see
that's
the
great.
reflection of my worth is like
Mhm.
when I'm accepting just anything and I'm allowing people to just use me or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
know that I don't believe in my worth. I don't believe I'm worthy or valued. I don't see my value. So that was the space that I was in. I was questioning myself, questioning my abilities, questioning just what was next and why I couldn't see what everyone else saw in me.
Wow. You know what?
Yeah.
That is a space. And that's why I started that question with share with us about space because
Mhm.
you could be in a good headspace where you're
Mhm.
confident, you're assured, and you're ready to go forth. And like now, you're in that space where you are
Mhm.
encouraging others. But then you also shared with us the space you were in where you had a little doubt and,
Mhm.
there was some conflict within yourself. So, how often do you find that females actually deal with that type of variation of spaces?
Often, even now, today I'm in a great headspace, but
Yeah.
tomorrow I might. feel doubt about something. Like it happens often. And
Mhm.
I just think that's because naturally our default setting is excellence. That is
Ah,
our natural
I love
setting
it.
is to
Natural.
achieve and go above and beyond. So
Ah,
imagine that if we don't even see that our default setting is excellence when we're trying to
mhm.
strive for excellence, we're trying to be super, super, super excellent.
Wow.
So we put so much pressure on ourselves and so much stress on ourselves that doubt, that uncertainty,
Mm.
it stays in loop unless you have things and you do the work and you pour into yourself quite often.
How important are safety nets for us? Like, if I know I got to have that safety net before
Hmm.
I go over that edge, what takes you there? What is it that you would suggest?
Well, safety nets are really important. And safety nets, some you can set up safety nets when you're in
Mhm.
a good space, like setting up your own safety net. So, for example, I like to say, like in my book, the quote is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But in my book, I say that you are the light. Like you're the
Ah,
light. You just need to know how to activate the light.
how to
And
act.
when you're in light, right, it's easy for you to see your light. When you're in a good space, it's easy for you to say, I know I'm doing well. I know that I'm successful. So you create your own safety net. When you feel good, write those things, record those things,
Mhm.
send that to someone. I have an album in my phone that says kicking butt because
Ah,
I
I
want to
love it.
go back to see when I need that safety net of
Yes.
comfort, of a reminder of what I've done and how well I've done, or I want it to come from me. I want it to be my own words.
Mhm.
And
Mm,
so when you build that, because like I told you before, no one can uplift you
no
and
one
save you and catch you, because that's what a safety net is, like you can. So
like you
create your
can.
safety net, create safety networks, accountability partners, all those things. But start to, when you're in those good spaces, start to create those nets for yourself.
Wow, that is so important. So the support group is necessary, and we know that's wonderful. However,
Hmm.
I love what you stated because I do that myself. I write down things and I go back and I read them, but also the self evaluation. How
Hmm.
important is it that we do the self evaluation of ourselves? It's a pimp for
So
myself.
important. It is so important. One of the things that, like, if you know me, if you're watching this, everyone knows I talk about self awareness all the time. Self awareness all the time. That evaluation will
Mhm.
save your life.
Wow.
The evaluation part of it has saved me in so many ways. The evaluation part is just you making assessments. You use those self reflective questions. So, where am I right now? What am I doing? Um,
Mm.
is acknowledging that I'm in this space. Do I just do that right now, or do I need to take action and move forward? And evaluations are beautiful when they come from you, but you also need
Mhm.
to be open to evaluations from family and friends as well. Because sometimes when you're in the thick of things, you can't see what's going on.
Mm.
So when you openly welcome that, and think about who's giving you those evaluations, people that you trust, people that you know have no ill intent.
That's
Um,
it.
you have to be in the space to receive those evaluations, but the evaluations are so transformative and so helpful.
Absolutely, they are. Well, I want to stop here to let individuals know that this is just not something that you just thought of one day. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, we mentioned about the headspace, but the more important thing that I want individuals to understand about you is you have a master's in
Mm-hmm.
clinical mental health. And
Mm-hmm.
people need to understand that that only not just qualifies you with your degree, but you're walking it out, but you also experienced it personally. You want to go a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more into what you personally experienced?
Yeah. So, um, what I was dealing with, I was navigating depression and anxiety. Um, Especially because of the medical issues I was going through with trying to find a diagnosis. So, fibromyalgia is a diagnosis of ruling things out.
Mm,
I had to get so many tests, I had so much done. I saw, in a span of like a month, I saw like 10 doctors. I
ah,
mean, it was quite a lot. And I was also realizing that the space that I was in professionally, um,
Yes.
you know how when you get into a space and you look around and you're like, how did I get here? How did I allow
Mhm.
myself to not see that I am worthy of more and
Mm.
continue to
Can
allow
you
people
say
to
that
just,
again? That I,
how do
oh,
I get into a space where I allow myself to not see that I'm worthy of more?
mm,
The realization of that was so sad to me. It was
ah,
so sad because I was like,
mm, 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 mm.
all these years I have been doing and doing and working and giving and depleting from myself, taking
Ooh,
away from
taken
me
away.
to give to people in spaces that care nothing about me.
Ah, can we talk about how dangerous that is? That when you are depleted, but yet you're still giving. It's like you're bleeding, and you're
Yes,
that
yes.
silence shout, but nobody hears you. Nobody
No
sees you.
one, no, you
Wow,
don't even hear you. You don't
you
even
don't
hear
even
you.
hear you. That's good. I like that you said that too.
You
Yeah.
know, because you're in a mode where this is like this what you've built for yourself. This is what
Mm,
you know to give. And for most of us it's giving to a job or a company, right? Like, or a person, someone
yes.
that is not worthy of a piece of what you give them,
Ah,
a
not even
piece
a
of it,
piece of us. Wow. I
not even
love
a piece of what you give. And so you just keep giving and giving, but you do not turn that inward. And
ah,
you don't give the piece that you're supposed to give them and the whole that you have for you.
mm,
No, you give them the whole pie and you give yourself a crumb. That's it.
my Lord. Yes. And many of us have found ourselves with that crumb.
With that crumb, with and
Ah,
trying to make that crumb, trying to live off that crumb for
mm,
forever. And you know you're starving. You just
mm.
know it.
And
But
you say we know we starving.
we know we're starving, right? Sometimes we know we're starving and we still
Yes.
say, but I have to give everything else to them. And
Mm,
sometimes you go so irrational and delusional that you're like, I can make this crumb work for me.
mm,
Please.
mm,
Like,
mm.
what? I'll make this crumb work for me. So being in that sort of space, um, having to come back, having to start over, not knowing what was wrong with me medically, I was just depressed and anxious about so many different things. And so that space that I was in was very difficult. It was difficult for me to navigate. On top of that, I was also doing my own coaching things. So I was
Mhm.
empowering everyone
Yes.
else. I was
Come
doing
on.
virtual
Huh.
events. I
Pouring
was doing
out.
all of that. I was giving and giving and giving, but still holding on to that crumb for me.
Huh. Wow. Depleted, but still yet pouring out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just
Everything that I
naturally,
have.
that's just impossible. You just
Mm-hmm.
on that last breath of life, but you're still trying to pour
Mm-hmm.
and give someone else life
Mm-hmm.
when you
Mm-hmm.
need an oxygen mask yourself.
But
Oh my goodness.
forget about my oxygen mask. I need to give it to you. I need to, like that's the space that I was in. And it
Mm.
was not a healthy one. It was not a safe one. It
Wow.
was not a space that would allow me to grow.
I love your transparency, but I love that God inspired you to write, sis, you are the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of that statement for me, just to hear, sis, you are the universe, that's an empowering statement right there. It
Mm-hmm.
makes me think, I'm the universe. What?
I'm the universe. I'm
Ah,
because like you think about the universe, the
yes.
universe is infinite.
Yes. Never
It is
ending.
infinite. And
Mhm.
so you're telling yourself that I'm limitless.
Yes, that's it.
I can
That's
do
my saying.
anything. I can be anything. You know, the beautiful thing that I love about the mixture of everything, like my life experiences, my educational background, my professional background, in my program, we learn something. It's called solution focused
Yes.
mindsets. And I love solution focused because solution focused, you focus on solutions rather than the problems. You acknowledge the problem, but the solutions have already existed. Like if you think about where you are in your life and a problem that you may be having, you have worked out a problem before. It could be a problem similar, that's something that's completely different though. But you had a problem, you felt a way, and you worked it out, and you were okay eventually. So when you look at your life and you look at and that is something that helped me too as I was going through it, thinking about all the different things that I've been through. I was like, I know I'm going to be okay because I have the solutions. I've already worked this out before. I'll be able to work it out again.
Mhm.
You have the solutions. You
You
do.
have the solutions. So your book is compiled of love letters,
Yes.
positive
So,
affirmations. Share with
mhm.
us who actually assisted you with those, the love
Yes.
letters and affirmations.
So the first part of my book, part one, is all me. It's affirmations, but the affirmations are not like your typical quick affirmations. I have some quick affirmations, but I really wanted to go there and do deeper affirmations. So you have some affirmations that are a couple sentences, but you have some that are a couple paragraphs. I wanted to create a space specifically for all women can consume it, but for
Yes.
me as a Black woman, I was looking for something from another Black woman because the
Yes.
Black women around me, I saw what was going on and I saw what we were going through. So the first part is just words of love and healing, and I'm
Mhm.
talking about self-awareness and believing in yourself and so many different things to uplift you. The second part, where I find that it was so beautiful for me, is that I am fortunate to have so many amazing women in my life, intergenerational, like all ages. And I know that a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have that.
No.
So I wanted this book to be a warm hug for
Mm.
Black women. So the second part of it, my mom wrote a beautiful letter of advice. My sisters, both of my sisters, Nikki and Whitney, my best friends. There's poetry. There's beautiful affirmations, everything that you can think of to uplift and inspire you, where you feel like you're hearing from your auntie and people. There's humor in there, your auntie, your cousin, your mom, your grandma. All of that is in the book.
And it was inspiring throughout, from start to finish, from start to finish. So the positive self-talk, how crucially important is positive self-talk?
Positive self-talk is so important, um because when you have these, so I talk a lot about reframing. And reframing is changing unhelpful perspectives, right? In order to reframe and get out of these unhelpful perspectives, you
Mhm.
have to have that positive self-talk, right? Um and again, no one can pull you out of whatever storm you're in
Mm.
better than you. And sometimes you don't have the words yourself. So getting a book like Sis You Are the Universe helps you to find those words so that you can start to cultivate that positive
Yes.
self-talk.
Sis, you are the universe. Every time I think of that, that's just so positive to me because it, again, it causes you to stop and reflect. Where
It
am I in
does.
this?
It does.
It
Because
does. Your book
how
is,
mighty is
yeah,
that though? Like, I'm the
powerful,
universe. I'm the universe. I'm
powerful, inspiring, uplifting. This entire book is, like you said, you're teaching us to tap into our inner man and communicate with our inner man and begin to
yeah.
speak. Now, I want to go back to something that you stated. You said, I
Hmm.
started with 5 positive affirmations concerning myself, and it was hard for you.
It was
Take
hard.
us to that space of how difficult it was, but then how you gradually began to increase to 10 and it became easy.
So when I first, she said, okay, say 5 things that you don't like about you. I was like, oh, easy. I don't like this. Like, I just was like, I don't like that. I don't believe in myself. I didn't feel
Mm.
beautiful. I didn't feel all, it was so easy. She said, okay,
Mm.
what do you like about yourself?
Yeah.
I'm funny, you know?
Yeah.
that's it. I was like, I don't really know. So it took to look in the mirror, like
Yes.
really look. I had to look in my soul. Like I had to
Mm.
look in my soul and start to say, you have a beautiful heart.
Yes, that's good.
You are a great speaker. Like I started to say things. And granted, I had to think
Mm.
that evaluation that we talked about, that external evaluation, I had
Mhm.
to think about all the things that people would say to me constantly. And
Yes.
then I was like, well, okay, I do see those things and I do like those things. But it was very hard for me because when you are surrounded by like
Mhm.
this negativity that you created for yourself,
Come on, speak that.
how can you possibly see positivity and light?
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're in total darkness.
Yes.
So I felt that way. I felt like I was in darkness. So it was difficult for me to find these pieces of light in myself.
Wow.
But the more I kept going, the more I wanted to, I also like to challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say, okay, you've said the same 5 things for 2 days now.
Mm.
Let's dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. Let's do that. We can dig deeper.
We
And
can.
then I would find something else. And then I would, because also we don't give ourselves grace. Again, we're
Mm.
talking about this default standard of excellence where we want more. So you're not going to say, if you're in a space where you feel like you're not excellent,
Yes.
you're not going to say
Mm.
things that you feel like are not excellence. Like if the default is here and I'm looking up here, I'm never going to say anything that's down here. If
Mm.
I see it down here, right?
Yes. Yes. That's true.
But you don't recognize that here is a good place to
Wow.
start because it's already excellent.
My. We
It's
already
already
start
excellent.
off excellent.
You already start off excellent. So
Wow.
I was up here looking for things, and then I was like, well, let me just,
Mm.
and then I found so much here
Wow.
in the
Wow.
default.
That's real talk right there. That's real talk. That's a great perception of your vision at the time. You gave us that. I mean, I literally was drawn into thinking she was at this low place,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't even reach, like you said, the default of excellence
The,
because you couldn't see it.
I couldn't even see it. I didn't even recognize that my
Ah,
default was already excellence.
it was already there, but we don't see it because it's like we're blinded by, like you stated, the negativity.
Yep.
And then how crucially important is it to surround yourself with people that are constantly speaking life into your life?
The biggest blessing is to be around people that can speak life into you
Mhm.
in those spaces. And one thing that I always acknowledge is I recognize that there are so many people that will say that they don't have people that will speak life into them, but it's just that they don't allow people to speak
Come on,
life
that's
into them
another good one. Yes,
because
come
that
on.
was who I was. My friends would say all the time, like they're
Mhm.
so happy that I'm talking and I'm sharing with them because I would always just keep things because again, I'm like, I'm all right. It's not about me. Whatever.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't share. So the best thing that I could have done was say, you know, I need to be vulnerable with the people in my life because how can I say that people aren't going to be supportive if I don't give them a chance to be supportive? So look around you. If you're someone that's saying, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares, there's someone that cares. There is
Someone that cares. Yes.
someone that cares. I promise you. But you just have to be open and vulnerable and allow them to pour into you. Because if you can't pour into you, don't block somebody else from pouring into you too.
That's a
Because we
great
do that.
point. That's a great point. That's excellent. Let's just say that's an excellent point because you just really need that person that's bold enough to be transparent as you are
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just tell you, you need this, this, and the other. Now, you can always take it and leave it,
You can
but at
always take
least
it or
have
leave it.
some that one person that says, look, you need to change that nasty attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, every time people look at you, you have this sad look or this
Yeah.
angry look. Who can approach that? But if they see that warm, inviting smile and you're really truly happy within yourself, then you can begin to impart that in others.
Yeah, yeah. Or even just being in a space where you can just say, I'm not okay.
Yeah, and that's true. And
I'm not
and
okay.
help somebody. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what?
Yeah.
That also helps as well. When you
Oh my
admit
goodness.
I'm not good
Acknowledging
right
that. Mm-hmm.
now. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Kind of help people that are in that place where I want to tell someone that I'm just not happy, or I want to tell someone that I'm not secure within myself. How should that conversation kind of go forward?
So the first thing that you need to do is say it to you.
Say it to you.
You
That's
have to
good.
say it to you, because what we tend to do when we get into spaces when we're finally building up to say, I'm not okay, I need support, we dance around things
Mm,
when it's difficult for us to do. So instead
wow.
of just approaching it head on and saying, listen, I'm not okay, I need support, we may start out by saying, so have you noticed anything about me?
Mm,
Or have you, we will dance all the way around it. And that's not fair to the person that we need to support us.
wow.
That's not fair. And I'm speaking from experience because I've done
Because
this,
you were there. You were
because I
at
was
that
there.
place. Yeah.
I was there.
Wow.
So you have got to be okay with saying right out, hey, I'm not okay and I need support. No joking. No, you have to be okay with that. You will find that there are so many of us that need to say I need help and support. It's so hard to do. So we will maybe crack a joke, or maybe, um but recognizing, and again, knowing the people, go to the people. Listen, trust your intuition and your gut.
That's
Okay,
it.
you know who to go to in your life.
Yes,
You know who to go to.
you
So
do.
when you pick that person that you're finally going to go to, say it outright in
Yes.
whatever way is easy for you to, because maybe saying it in person is not easy, but saying it over the phone is easier. Maybe
Mhm.
writing a letter, whatever your method of communication is, so that you can be as
Good.
transparent and honest with that person as possible about the space you're in. That is how you deliver that.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is so informative. We need information like this. But tell them how we can get this book, because your book, and then we're
Yes.
going to talk
So,
about Saturday. Yes, show the
yes.
book.
Okay. So, sis, you are the universe again.
Yes.
If you're in Galveston, on Saturday, my
This
mind went blank.
Saturday, guys.
This Saturday, I'm going to have a book signing at
Yes.
Lady Brown Boutique.
Hmm.
Um, you follow
I'll
us on
put
social
that
media.
in.
You can get the information somewhere from 6 to 9, so you can go there to get Sis. You are the universe. Um, and I'll sign it, and we can talk, and we can take pictures, and we can do all those beautiful things. And yeah, so go there, Galveston. And if not, I am also on Amazon, so you can find Sis You Are the Universe on Amazon as well.
Okay, I'm typing it in right now so that people will know that it's Lady Brown Boutique, 2501 Market Street in Galveston, Texas. The time is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, that's what I forgot to put the time, but I'll go back in and
Six
make
to
sure.
nine.
But there's an art walk, guys. There's a 360 photo booth machine. There's food, there's drinks. And then you get to meet two amazing authors
Yes.
and an artist.
Yes,
Amber
yes.
Donald will be
Myself,
there.
Jessica will be there.
Jessica will be there. Yes, with
And
her
you had Jessica on
presentation.
your show.
I
Shout out to
did
Jessica.
Monday. Yes, Jonathan. Jonathan. Jessica has a book, guys, that all ladies should get, hands down. It should be in the school
Hands down.
systems. But I'm gonna say this about your book. Your book right now is crucially needed. I mean, and when I say it's critical state, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything new to your ears, we're in a crisis with mental health. We have so many people flipping those pancakes within minutes. It's no longer
Yeah.
just, well, they were this way today. And I mean, they're doing it within minutes now. The indecisiveness, the change of spirit, the like you said, up and down. we really do need to love our brothers and sisters. And I
Mm-hmm.
love that your book is definitely geared toward the sisters. And you want us to know that, sis, you are the universe. You are full of everything. You're empowered. You have the powers working on the inside. All of those things, all those positive affirmations come to me as I think of your book.
It's everything. I would love to read a quick
Please,
page
please
from
do.
it.
Please, please.
Um,
Look, please do.
where we can, let me see. I wanted to read
Yeah.
about, I'll do, there's so much. There's I'm always like, which one do I do? Okay, so I
They're all
talked
good.
about the activating your light.
Yeah.
I'll read about peace
Okay. That's a good one.
because we all know
We all
we
need.
need some peace. Okay.
Yeah.
So it says, Queen, please prioritize peace in your life.
Yes.
Oftentimes, choosing peace means you have to let go of relationships, jobs, behaviors, habits, and people. This is not always easy, but it is necessary because peace does not share space with toxicity, disrespect, or drama. When you experience things in life that disturb your peace, seek support to help and discover tools to restore peace in your life. When peace consumes your mind, body, and soul, you understand its true value. Hold it with high regard and do everything in your power to hold on tight.
That's
So,
where I mean, you just spoke to my spirit because I'm not letting anything. I've said this long before I even knew your book existed, but my peace means everything to me. And
everything,
I don't care
everything.
who you are, what you got going on. You know, your peace is so valuable that
It
you can't
is.
even allow anybody to affect it. If you see that they're coming with foolishness and drama, be like, okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And beep.
Yeah.
I read some
And it's,
earlier about something like that. So go ahead, speak on that a little bit more of the peace that we have to really guard our peace.
you have to protect your peace. It's so easy for peace to be disrupted, and it's so easy for things that feel like they're going to contribute to peace to be masked as like,
Ah.
"Ooh, this is great for me. This is awesome. This is going to help me." No, it's toxic. It's toxic. Run away. Run
Run.
away. But that's why, like, connecting to yourself and what, and also one of the most important things is to define what peace looks like for you. What is
Exactly.
peace, and what does it look like when you feel peace in your life? So that way you
Mm.
can hold on to it and truly understand when it has been disrupted.
Phylicia, you brought some great points. Let me tell you guys, she is a Galvestonian BOI, born on the island. This
Mm-hmm.
is author Phylicia French. Sis, you are the
You are the
universe. This book
universe.
is well put together. I love the first piece. It speaks about her truth, what she
Mm-hmm.
experienced. But I love if you have a conversation with her, and I do encourage everyone to come out on Saturday between
Please.
6 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Saturday. That is the 16th of July
Mm-hmm.
in Galveston at Lady Brown's Boutique, 2501 Market Street in
Mm-hmm.
Galveston. You need to be there because you're going
Yeah.
to meet some great authors that have really poured your heart and soul into these books
Mm-hmm.
because the books do give us insight. And I love
Mm-hmm.
in your book, it's pinpointing yourself. Where are you
Mm-hmm.
for real? I often ask myself, where are you right now in this space?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
space are you in? Where's your
Mm-hmm.
head?
Mm-hmm.
Where are your thoughts? You provoke us to think
Mm-hmm.
outside of the
Mm-hmm.
box.
Mm-hmm.
But I love
Yeah.
it because your book signifies excellence.
Excellence. That's it. And
Excellence
excellence in you, like,
in
and
you
excellence
within
in
yourself.
every single facet of your life because you deserve it. You
Yes.
deserve it.
Thank you. And I love that you spoke earlier concerning we give so much of ourselves. We've given everybody the entire pie except for the crumbs, and we want to
Mm-hmm.
take the crumbs, and we're still trying to convince ourselves that the crumbs is enough to sustain us when we
Yeah.
know we're starving ourselves. We're
Starving.
depleted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you
so
for
welcome.
writing and composing such a book like that. And then being so selfish to include love letters,
Oh yeah.
positive affirmations,
Yeah.
confirming to us the importance of positive self talk.
Mm-hmm. And
Because you're right. Your voice is the one you hear. So I love
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. And it can transform everything in a good way or in a bad way.
Mm,
So if
thank
you
you.
can pull you out of it, I can tell you all day long how amazing you are. But
That's a
until
good
you
point.
believe it, until you say it to yourself,
Mm. It's almost like we don't hear it, right?
you don't hear it. And it's not going to provide space to have a transformative experience of healing and growth if it doesn't come from you.
Mm, 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 mm. Any, you've given us so much, but any parting encouragement that you want to give to the ladies, and even more so share with them to come out on Saturday, or how they can find you for one-on-one coaching?
Yeah. Um my last word is you can do anything.
Mm,
You literally can do anything. That space you're in mentally right now, if it's a space that you know you want more, you want better, you want to change, you can make it happen.
ah,
All the odds can be stacked against you, all of them. But you are the universe. You are the
mm,
universe. When you say that to yourself and you truly believe it, you one by one break through all of them, all of them, all of
wow.
them, one by one. And I promise you, the way you will build you up,
Mm,
you will understand that nothing, literally nothing, can stop you from being who you want to be, seeing what you want to see, doing what you want to do. My story, my life, where I am just a couple months ago, I'm a different person now than I was a couple months ago because
mm,
I went through another process where I said to myself, everything that's for me is going to come to me because I'm doing the work. I believe in myself and I know that I'm worthy. I'm worthy
ooh,
all that I want. I'm going to name and claim and believe.
wow.
And when I did that, because I had to go through that process, I was
I love
looking
it.
at 9 to 5 jobs again because I was like, this is hard. I'm not able to like financially, this is a lot. Like it was a lot. But I said to myself, you got this. You are the universe. You can do whatever you want to do. So when you tap into that,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be, it doesn't initially have to come from you. You can read, you can talk to people, you can do everything, but just do not ever give up on you. Do not ever give up on you, because my story, I am proof that anything is possible. Anything is possible.
My, my. I love it. I love it. So, are you available for speaking engagements, for conferences,
Yes.
to be
So I'm
booked
available
somewhere?
for, yes. So I am a mental health educator. I do speaking engagements. I do workshops and trainings and coaching. You can go to my website. It is FyliciaFrench.com.
Yes, please take the time to put it in. If there's
Felicia
someone,
French.
I
Dot.
know we have the amazing Tan Tate. She is the Hope Coach, so she's been in the comment streets and she's been indicating things and writing things. So if you can put that in, Tan, that is FyliciaFrench.com. I
Oh,
want
I didn't
to.
even see the comments. I didn't even know what was going on over there.
Yes, yes, she's been in the comments. There's been great comments. Miss Tanya Jones stated that you really inspired her.
Oh,
She spoke about the peace that comes, that
wow.
means necessary, and you know, and the cost for her. It is a cost. We pay a cost when we yield over our peace to others.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
suffer
listen, no
while they
one can
thrive.
afford your peace. No one can afford your peace. No
Wow.
one. No one. I don't care what the price is. Everything that glitters ain't gold. No
Mm,
one
love
can
it.
afford your peace. It is, don't give it up to anyone. Okay?
Thank you, Jessica. Jessica just came in, and your website is up on in the comments
Thank
streets. Thank you,
you.
Miss Tan Tate. She's amazing, and Jessica says that you are amazing. I totally
Thank
concur
you,
with her on
Jessica.
that.
I love you.
You guys both. I'm excited about Saturday. I told
Me
Jessica, and
too.
I'm gonna say it to you. You guys, y'all killed it. This
Thank you so
those
much.
books are just what we need. I told Jessica her books needs to go to every high school, middle school
Right.
on up,
Right.
even college, because we can assume that young ladies in college know how to care for themselves, hygiene. No, That's
Mm-mm.
a book that needs to be in college.
For
Because you can get a
sure.
suite made. I know about that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna
Now
happen. Her
you
book
need
will
a
be,
book like that. Yes.
yes, for sure, for sure.
But
Thank
your
you so
book,
much for having me. And look,
no, it's
my
my
little cute.
honor, my pleasure.
Isn't she
Show the
so
book
cute?
again.
Isn't she so cute?
It is. I love that you have the little cute lady there, but it's sis, you are the universe. Every time I say it's like a message just going straight to my brain and
Yeah,
directly from my heart that I can do anything but
you
fail.
can do
And you came on
anything.
the show and you said those words.
You can do anything but fail.
I
Anything.
tell myself that I can do anything but fail. And so I want you to kind of go out now, just telling the ladies again, just reinforcing what you said again. Do not, you don't have to stay in the space of depression or
No,
stressing yourself out. Just,
you don't have to. And trust me, I understand. Sometimes it can seem like people are being dismissive when they're
mm,
trying to tell you, hurry up and get out of this, hurry up and get out of this.
wow.
No, it's just that they recognize and understand, they see things in you that you can't quite see because you're
Ah,
so deep in it.
good.
They're not trying to, in some spaces it feels like there's a dismissive sort of attitude about what you're going through. It's just that they want the best for you because they
The
know what you're
best.
capable of.
Yes, say that.
So you have to understand, yo, acknowledge, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, but I will be okay
Hmm.
because I'm about to start believing in myself.
That's it.
I'm about to start believing in what I can do. And it may start off as not something that you believe in at first. I understand that. I say that sometimes fake it until you make it is a survival
Mhm.
tactic. We all think about how many times in the workplace you had to fake laugh. Okay. You had
Yeah.
to do that because
Or you just have to go along with the program,
you got to
but
go
you
along
know
with the
that that
program.
wasn't your thing.
It's
Mm-mm.
survival. So I understand those things. But
Survival.
eventually you will believe in it and know that you can do it. And get help. Get
Good
help.
help.
You cannot get yourself out by yourself when you're so deep in it.
Ah,
Get
that's
help.
good.
Get some help. It's
Excellent,
gonna be beautiful.
excellent wisdom. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is
Thank you so much.
author mm,
Thank
Phylicia
you.
French. Sis, you are the
By the
universe.
universe.
You are the universe. You have
Thank you.
everything already inside of you. She spoke about the default of excellence. It's
Of
already
excellence.
inside of you. Tap in. That's all I'm
Tap
gonna say.
in.
Tap
Tap
in.
in.
Thank you for
Thank
coming on
you.
the show. We appreciate you. I will definitely see you Saturday, and I'm coming for my book.
Yes. 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 Thank
My
you so much.
signed
I
book.
can't wait to see.
Jessica has signed hers as well.
I will sign it,
Thank
take
you.
pictures and everything. Thank you so much
Yes.
for this beautiful platform. I really appreciate
Oh,
you
it's
for
all
having me
God's.
on. You're amazing.
Thank you. It's God's plan, and I'm being obedient. But I'm so glad that you came on the show to share
Thank
with us
you.
about this amazing book. Sis, you are the universe.
You are the
And
universe.
you are the universe because you showed us the way to go. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Be
Thank
blessed.
you.
Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Y'all have no idea how excited it makes me when I find an author or anyone in their rightful position that God has ordained for you to be walking in your destiny, your syncopated steps He has set up for you. And this author and the one before her, Miss Jessica, I can't wait to just be in their presence on Saturday at the book signing and the art walk because they have poured their hearts in the books and they really have a book that can go and help others. So that's what it's all about. So thank you again for tuning in to Simply Free Little Talk. Again, like, share, follow, subscribe, and just know that we try to bring you the best here. I want you to be enlightened, inspired, and encouraged. And that's the guest that comes on Simply Free Little Talk. Be blessed. Thank you.